welcome back everybody. A bit miserable down here today, but I just thought I would give you an idea of what to do when you're shipping out of Portsmouth. Now, to get to the ferry terminal you need the M275. So if you're coming from the London direction, you would come in on the A27. If you're coming from the west, Oxford direction, you'll come on the M27, but you still need to come off on the M275. As you can see by the signs, it's all pointed out to you, so you just follow the signs, keep in your left hand lane, and it's signposted channel ferry crossing. And when you come down to the junction, it's best to stay in the right hand lane of these two if you're freight, because they've marked the roundabout a bit odd, so you want to go right anyway, but when you get down there it's sort of a bit odd how they've marked it. So if you're freight, stay in the right hand lane, and then you'll end up in the right lane when you get to the other side. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. It's one lane to here, and then when you get just around here, there look, it goes into two lanes for the ferry. Now you want to be in the right hand lane of those two, so if you stay in the right hand lane when you come down the slip road, it keeps you in the right place. I'm talking about freight here, so obviously if that blue and white van, that's passenger, and you follow the road round to the passenger. You can see on the sign, freight, keep right. So when you come to these traffic lights, passengers will go around to the left, that's their check-in, and freight comes round to the right, because you'll need to come onto the weighbridge here and get a ticket to get into the gate. What a day! Hiya, alright? Not too bad. Horrible day down here. It was lovely when I left the yard. You've got a Spanish boat going as well. Or is that St Malo? Is that a Spanish boat or St Malo? St Malo. You got it? My reputation precedes me. He doesn't even need my passport anymore.
What is your training number?
Uniform 1405731. Yeah. Thank you very much. See you later. See you in a bit. So at the gate, the security gate, they normally ask you for your passport, your vehicle registration number, and your trailer registration number. Your trailer has to be the official one that's on all your paperwork, not just the one that you use in the yard for that trailer. And they will tell you, if you don't already know, which lane to be in, because some of these lanes are for Spain, shipping through to Spain, some are for Caen, some are for St Malo, whichever way you're going. And they will give you one of these, which is the gate pass, which says all that information on, and it also says how many drivers and which way you're shipping. So we're going to Caen, so it says that. So when you come in the gate, you'll have this building to the left of you, and that's where you're walking to. When you get to Brittany Ferries, you will need to take your gate pass, your CMR. You will also need one of either a UCR, a GMR, or an MUCR. All of these you'll get off your customs agent. You need your passport. Depending on how your goods have been processed and how your customs documents have been logged, you may have to go to Border Force to get a T1 document. So this is the T1 document. You must make it sure it's stamped down the left. Now once you've done this, you can then go back to Brittany Ferries and they will issue you with a freight ticket and your cabin key. But please remember, if you are freight with Brittany Ferries, you are not booking a room, a cabin. You are booking a space in a cabin. So you may have to share with 3 other random drivers. So it's not the people behind the desk's fault. This is Brittany Ferries policy, especially now it's in the summer. Before anybody has a go at me, I'm not condoning this practice. It is absolutely rubbish, especially considering the amount that it costs for us to ship this way. There's loads of women doing it now, so I have to share as well. It's not just a bloke thing, but please, it's not the people behind the counter's fault. This is down to Brittany Ferries management. Just thought I'd share this as well. This is the contact details for Border Force Customs at Portsmouth. If you've got problems, they are pretty helpful, most of them, so they can tell you what has been done or what hasn't been done. But if your goods are also travelling on a carnet, I don't know, say you're doing an exhibition or you're doing a tour, if you've got a carnet, ATA or any other one, then that's where you need to go to clear your carnet. So after doing all that, all you have to do is wait for the boat. So I've come down to the link span. You can wait at the top if you want, but I just always come down to the link span and wait for it here. I've had a couple of hours sleep, to be honest, while I've been waiting for the boat to come in, and I'll get on in a ferry movement. Saturday, so it's always busy with tourists. Not so much freight going out on a Saturday night, but they'll watch you in anyway. Not quite sure what he's doing, but just try and follow his directions. Sometimes it's really difficult because they're not the best at this. Some of them are absolutely brilliant, and others, you know, you just think I'd be quicker doing this by myself. But sometimes it would just be helpful if they tell you where they want you to be, and then you can put it there because it's your vehicle and you. But you know, I'm not quite sure what this guy is doing, so we'll just wait for a minute. I have no idea why I'm going over here and what I'm doing. So it turns out he's reversing one in behind me. Now, why didn't he just pull that one up the side further up, and then we'd have all had room? I know it's down to balance of the ship and all that sort of thing, but it seems to be making it difficult for yourself when there's only a few lorries on here. But who am I to question their logic? The problem as well is that they're not used to twin steers. I know I've said this before, but a twin steel long wheelbase unit goes round an awful lot slower than the 2-axle shorter wheelbase that they're used to. So they kind of get their go left, go right things a bit wrong. They're not giving you enough room to do it, but it sounds like I'm moaning, but I'm not trying to moan. I'm just trying to explain why sometimes you'll see drivers struggling to get into places, but it's just the difference in the wheelbases and how many axles you've got on the trailer and how big the wheels are. It makes vehicles a lot different sometimes to what you think they will do. So now I'm going to go and get some tea, get my head down, and I'll bring you back in the morning. Good morning. This is a similar sort of screen as to I showed you in my video from about the Dover Calais. What you need is a green thumbs up next to your registration number. If it's orange, then you've either got a problem with your paperwork or you have to go around to CVEP because you've maybe got fish on or an animal product or a live animal even. But what you want is a green thumbs up. So getting off the boat when you're freight, you have to go, just follow the perimeter round. If you're coming off the top deck, you'll go through the lorry park. You'll come down the ramp, turn right through the lorry park. If you're on the bottom deck, which is the normal way, you follow the perimeter exit round. It's all marked on the floor, look. And so like if you just follow your nose basically, and then you'll come to passport control. If you're going to CVEP, there's usually a Brittany Ferries person there waiting for you. They'll have your number written down. And if you're going into parking, you also need to go to passport control before you park, and then they'll give you the little card. I have done this bit before, but just in case somebody's missed it or haven't seen it, then I'll just put it back on again. When you're coming around here, there are two booths, one on each side. You will need your ticket and your passport. It doesn't really matter which side you go to. Sometimes you come out and there's a massive queue. It depends on how many's on the boat. If you're a UK passport holder, this is where they'll stamp your passport. If you want to park, finish your there's a Brittany Ferries person that is waiting for the people that come off that go to CVEP. They'll escort you around there. If you want to park, you turn left just in front of the Brittany Ferries van, but you have to ask the customs guy, the guy that stamped your passport or has checked your passport. You have to ask him for a little exit thing. Now if you've got problems with your customs paperwork, that guy will tell you there, and he will tell you go to parking. Now there is no customs office in Caen. There is a customs present, which are them guys, but they haven't got an office here like they have in Portsmouth. So you have to park and contact your agent. There is no office to go to. There are agents in the town of Caen, but nothing in Oysterham. So you have to contact your agent if you've got a problem. And once everything's sorted out, then speak to Brittany Ferries, and they will then get in touch with the customs, who will tell them yes or no. Because although you've got a parking card to get out, it won't work until your customs and everything is cleared. So if you're just going into parking, you're cleared and everything, not a problem. You can just go into park, they give you the card, you can come out when you're ready. Sometimes it's an iffy job, but mostly it works. But if you are not cleared or it's a problem with your paperwork, then you park and then you have to contact your agent and Brittany Ferries. They will then contact customs to make sure it's cleared before they let you out. If you're coming out with a car or on a passenger side, you can see that's the passport control for cars in the other lane. They've got 4 or 5, sometimes 6 passport controls. It's just a volume of traffic at this time of year. It's just a case of following the perimeter again. These gates are usually shut. Just come up to them, come up to the white line, and they will open automatically. Up to the next ones. These are usually open, but if they're not open, there's a pillar each side, and they've got a button on. You just press the button and they open the gates. I have done all this before, but just in case anybody's not up to speed with the videos, and I thought I'd just put it back on again. Just a thing, if you're coming in a car or a van or a motorbike and you need to wait for your mate coming off, there's a big parking area on the left, but if you don't want to pay the nominal fee to whatever that is, when you come round through these traffic lights, you'll see in a minute, there's another big free parking area, and there's a big lay-by on the right as you go around here. So just pull up there, because it makes it real difficult for everybody trying to get on. I mean, I'm just wanting to get on, do some work. You see where that caravan's parked? Good job you, nice and out the way. But everybody else is trying to get out when it's busy like this and do their holidays. If you're coming out in a lorry, take up the 2 lanes. This road is not wide enough for a car and a lorry. People think it is, and they will try and squeeze up the outside, but you will not get round them bends. And I take my word for it, I do it a million times a year. It doesn't fit. So just take up the 2 lanes and let them wait behind. You're not going to take long. And it's right here, look, there's 3 lanes. Well, they're 3 car lanes, but there's no way you'll get a car and a lorry there. You might get a car and a motorbike or a cyclist, but you won't get it. And then you'd need to be in the right position to get round here. The flashing orange lights, by the way, mean proceed with caution. They don't mean stop, they mean proceed with caution. So just, you go through them. And then that's it, you're getting out. This is the freight route in and freight route out of the port. So going in, there is another way, but you have to come through the town, and sometimes when they've got the fair on, you have to go that way, but that's just deal with that when you come to it. But there isn't a different route into the port for passengers as well. They can come this way, but there is a different route signposted off the roundabout we're coming up to. your custom status is orange and you have to go to CIVEP, not if you've got a problem with your documents, then you have to stay in the port. But if you have to go to CIVEP, follow the route out, and the second roundabout, you will see here, you've got the garage on your right, you've got a big shopping centre on your right, you've got a bakery on your left. But the second roundabout, once you get out of the port, you will need to go left, and it is signposted CIVEP. So you'll see it on the signpost in a minute. I'm sure it's this one. Yep, CIVEP, look. And it's the third exit off. Sorry, the fourth exit, because the one's a dead end. So you need to go all the way around and take the exit before you come back on yourself. And go along there, and I'll show you where it is. Road on the industrial estate runs parallel to the dual carriageway, so I should be able to show you from here. Just move the camera. So that's the building there, that big building there, that's where CIVEP is. If you need to clear with CIVEP, that's where you need to go. Hello, I was going to do a separate video coming back in, but I thought I'd add this onto the end of where I came out. So I've come out, done my job, and coming back in again. So I just put it all in one, if that's okay. So when you come in, you should have all your paperwork. You've got all the paperwork from where you've collected, no matter where you've collected it from, and your GMR should have been done by the customs agent. So you come to the port. So we're now entering the port. You follow your nose into the port. You'll have gendarmes standing where I stopped. They're just checking to see if there's any Klingons underneath, any illegal immigrants underneath. And then when you come down, you stop here and wait to have the heartbeat monitor put on you. Security are not the fastest at doing this here. So eventually, when you've got a green light and you can see the person waving at you, just pull forward and go into the door. They will tell you when to stop and that sort of thing. Sometimes they have it outside there where I think it's just when this plays up. But they've got a camera that shines down on your roof, and you'll be able to see that. And then they put the magnets on and it'll be the heartbeat monitor. Sometimes they ask you to open it, sometimes they don't. But if you've got a fridge, you have to turn your fridge off so that it doesn't interfere with the heartbeat monitor. And of course, you have to get out. So put your high vis on. You have to get out because otherwise the machine's going to pick up your heartbeat. So you have to get out and stand by the side. So when they've done that, say they've got a camera that shines down on the roof, and they've got a camera underneath that you can see under the unit and the trailer, and they'll open the gate and you can go through. They don't actually give you anything to say that you've been through the heartbeat, so it's good to keep a record of it on your security sheet to come through. Sometimes there's a customs guy in here just checking paperwork and that, checking your passport. Sometimes, very rare nowadays, but sometimes there is. follow your nose and take it steady. If you want to walk out, you have to have your high vis on, because otherwise they'll send you back for it. They won't let you out the gate if you haven't got your high vis on. And there's a footpath to the right there. You have to follow the footpath along there, and then they'll give you, they'll sign you out and sign you in. Just at this bit, freight goes round to the right, cars and passengers go round to the left, this bit of concrete, and then you'll see the lines in front of you. You'll see a snowflake on the floor. That's for vehicles that have got running fridges, and there are some plain ones which are over to the right, which are for normal, like no fridge, and then to the left it's hazardous. Wide or oversized go around to the left as well. For freight, this is where you book on. It's also the toilets and the showers, and it's also passport control, just in that little hut there, inside and to your left. Now, that is passport control, and it is where they will clear your carnets, like you did in Portsmouth with your concert stuff and exhibition stuff and that. They'll do that there. But it is not a customs office. There is no customs office in Caen. If there's a problem with your paperwork, you need to contact your agent. So I had to take that picture of the passport control a bit sneakily because they were sat in there. But this is toilets. Obviously they've got men's and ladies. There's 3 showers, 3 ladies' showers. They're pretty clean, you know. But and then there's another set of toilets down here which are ladies. No, I am not showing you the men's toilets because that would be just weird. And this is where you book on. You go to passport control, they check that, and then you go to the left of passport control. This is where this room is, and they'll give you your ticket and your cabin key, like exactly the same as they did in Portsmouth. I hope this has been of help to somebody. Sometimes if you're not shipping through a port, you're not quite sure what you're doing, or so it just gives you a general idea. I have done one before, like I said, so if I haven't answered it in this one, it might be in the other one, but I just thought I'd just give you an idea how it's done. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're nearly at 9,000, just a couple of hundred more would be great, and I will catch you next time. Bye.